I am not connected to NYU in any way. I was not a student at NYU, I'm not a teacher at NYU. I basically don't like NYU. I know everyone prefaces everything they say about this building or these buildings by saying, of course we love NYU, but I don't. I don't preface it by saying, of course I love NYU. Why would I love NYU? I mean, I didn't go there, I didn't go to any college. That's, by the way, if you want to have no student debt, don't go to college. I had 0 student debt. I don't like to contradict people who I know, like the woman I know is a very wonderful fighter for the village, by saying we'd like to stop overdevelopment. It is too late. Just look where we are. Okay? I mean, we are in a hotel. Okay? In a hotel that belongs in an airport. Okay? I mean, if you look around at the architecture in the village, it looks not only nothing like the village, it hardly looks like a city. The only reason it looks like a city is because there's a lot of people here. Okay? But it doesn't really look like a city. NYU has basically been a suburbanizing influence on New York City. Okay? So I don't know why I should love NYU. Okay, the south side of Washington Square Park is one giant piece of suburban junk after another. Okay? They are building, I don't mean NYU, but someone, not me, just built a building in Washington Square. A building in Washington Square. Bathrooms. My feeling is, if you are so far away from your apartment that you need a bathroom in Washington Square Park, go home. College students are tourists. Okay, I just gave like a little interview to this very nice boy here. Who told me he was from, I think, some NYU student publication or something that now seems like a publication, but not to me. And he said, but isn't it great to have a university in the city? No. I mean, it's not terrible to have a university in the city, but it's not necessary, by the way, to have a university in the city. There are many more universities than there are New Yorks. Columbia does the same thing uptown that NYU does downtown. Columbia does the same thing uptown that NYU does downtown. Okay? The people who go to school at these colleges are not urban. They may become that, but not if they have to pay all this debt, by the way. You're never going to be able to live here. Okay? The people who already got here, like in 1969, we can't live here. Okay? Because, not of you personally, but because they buy all the real estate. Right? This last election, which everyone seemed to think was a very wonderful moral response to stop and frisk, I wish that was the case. This election, this love of Bill de Blasio, I hope he realizes, is about real estate. Okay, what people are sick of in New York is not the the stop and frisk, which people are, to say sick of. It's beyond outrageous. It's the sort of thing you imagine happens in Alabama. But I really think that people were sick of having no place to live. So every place that NYU builds a building or buys a building, that is a place that regular people, by which I mean adults, cannot live. All right, I live very near here. All right, I lived very near here like 25 years ago. I moved back a few years ago. NYU, yes, this boy. I'm sorry, what's your name? Billy. Billy said to me, but hasn't NYU been here for 200 years? I don't know whether 200 years. I'm not that old. NYU certainly was much smaller than it is now. It was smaller, I'm sure, in the student body. It was smaller in the amount of real estate they had. It wasn't such a presence. It is not a wonderful presence to have NYU here. Frankly, I who hate summer weather look forward to the summer, mainly because the conversations I'm overhearing in the street are less annoying. Because I would walk around in front of these kids, behind these kids, and I feel like turning around saying, no, you're not. No, that's not going to happen to you. No, you're not. Someone should tell them this. I actually feel sorry for them because they think this. A friend of mine who's a director, movie director, asked me to speak to his class at NYU. I spoke to his class at NYU. I got there. There were like 300 kids there. I said, really? Are you all directing students? Yes. I said, this is insane. There are 300 movie directors in the world. say, you know what? Yes, it's true, Marty Scorsese went here, okay? But there are a billion other people who've been in that film school since then, including you, who are not going to be Marty Scorsese. I feel this is a thing that should be told to children. I feel they should be told the truth. All right? I feel that the truth is that it is too late to stop overdevelopment, but it should be stopped now. And I think it's fantastic what the NYU faculty has done. But it is really late. And I think it is amazing that a construction project that's actually called in the year 2013, NYU 2030, is a very accurate estimate of how long it takes to build anything in New York. All right? It takes 6 months to put a sink in your apartment in New York. So anyone who's ever done anything like that, put a sink in, renovated an apartment, knows that if they're telling you 2030, it'll be 3030. So let's finish. So I feel the way to do this is don't start. I hope that you win. I do. I hope that we win in this way. It's good for the city. And it would be good for NYU to say, you know what? We're full. We don't have to be bigger. There's no reason to be bigger. We are full. We're full up. Sorry, no vacancies.